team, we've got 10 minutes to go, 10 minutes to go. Last 5 minutes just doing the check-in with the whole team. Gabby, can I get a check-up on backstage, please?
You can get to the low, we're all good at the back.
Parking with team,
Can you give me an update on how parking is?
Last show
out of 17. Well done, it's been a fantastic week, but we are going to finish this like it's our first show. Yeah, stay fresh, stay awesome, and well done for a fantastic week.
Put your frozen hands together for our first school opening up HuttFest show number 4. Epuni School Primary Kapa Haka!
Keep those hands moving at that bar. Now give it up for our fun on stage.
Oh Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, all the way from Epuni School.
Koe tai amazing e te whānau, tauturu mai, te paki, mo tēnei ropu, a Epuni. How amazing, how absolutely amazing. Now for our first performance, that was an amazing way to kickstart the rest of the performances for today. In just a moment, I'll be joined up on this particular stage by two of our babies, and the same for each of every other performance we've got on for today, just to see how they felt about performing. Now, I'm joined up on stage by the lovely Malia and Ida. Come up over here, babies. Perfect. Now, starting on my left, baby, what is your name?
Malia.
Malia, and what is your name, darling?
My name is Ida.
Beautiful. And how did it feel for you both to perform on stage today?
It felt okay. It was a good performance.
It was a good performance. Kapa, you, baby. And what about you, darling?
I think we did very well. All of our practices have led us to this moment, and really proud of our school.
Absolutely amazing. Can we give it up for our babies? Wave to the camera, darlings. Ladies and gentlemen, our next school up with the school vision of to inspire positive self-belief in learners to think critically and contribute meaningfully in an increasingly changing world. Ladies and gentlemen, homai te piki paki paki, more Maidstone Intermediate Poly Club!
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, Tupatatiloa au mone a Haka o Maidstone, intermediate. Malo le whaataa, malo le whaafiafianga. E te tā, give it up once more for that rompu. Wasn't that amazing? All the way from Upper Hutt. No reira. I'm going to be joined here in just a little bit by two of our representatives from that rompu, and for them to share with us how they felt stepping onto the stage. But before I continue with the interview, just want to remind each and everyone to look after one another, look after our babies. If there are any spare seats around you, please make sure that they're full. We've got whānau that are standing up in spaces, and it might be comfortable, but we invite you to sit down, whānau. There is more than enough space for you. In addition, please use all of the rubbish bins that you see around the venue, and I'm joined here by three representatives of Maidstone. Mauri ora. Mauri ora. Now starting on my right and making my way to my left, what is your name?
My name's Sissy.
Sissy? Beautiful. And what's your name, darling?
Kaylee.
Kaylee. And what is your name, Etama?
Oh, my name is Maverick.
Maverick.
Yeah.
What a name. What a name
Thanks.
for a fella like you. No reira, my question for you are, how did it feel stepping up on the stage today?
I was nervous at the start, but when we got through it, it felt better.
Nervous but felt better. Beautiful answer, baby. And what about you, darling, in the middle?
I was nervous at the start, but then I got way less nervous as soon as I stepped on stage.
You're amazing, baby. And what about you, Etama? How did it feel for you to stand up on that stage?
I felt real nervous, especially with all the pressure, with all this whānau here. Just felt real nervous. Got better at the end, though.
You're a bit of a stunner. Wasn't he a stunner e te whānau? No reira. Give it up once more for our whānau from Maidstone, Polly. Mauri ora.
E te ti, e te tā, e te whānau hō mai te piki paki paki mō te ropu he whai ake nei. Mō te Kapa Haka o Konini Primary School.
Kia rite! Tihai mauri ora! O te mihi tuatahi! Ka Wainuiomata te kore! Nāna nei! Te tīmatanga! Nāna hoki! Te awa ke mutinga! Ki ngā mate o te wā! Haere! Haere! Haere atu rā! Ki te ware atu nei! Tū mai rā! Hei wakaruru hau mō tātou! Ope! Kia rite!
Fa'amalulu le tino ai vevela le loto sa o lava le fa'atino era rangatira ma from the kingdom of Wainui. Give it up for Konini! Now, wasn't that amazing at Te Whānau? And in just a moment, I'll be joined up on this stage by two of our young people from this kura. My question for them is going to be all around energy. What gives you energy? So as I'm about to ask them that, I'd like you to reflect on your own life. What are the things that you do in your whānau, in your hapu, in your iwi, in your home that give you energy? Think about that whānau while our whānau get ready to join me up on the stage. But just letting you know too that there are specific pickup points for our babies, and that we'll be releasing that information before the final act of this particular show. And in just a moment, our whānau are just getting ready. I can see them. They look a little bit excited. They look a little bit nervous too, because it's a big light, a big camera, and a big moment for them. No reira, for our babies who are about to join us up on stage at Te Whānau, give it up for our whānau from Konini. No reira, we're going to start on my left and make my way to the right. Baby, what is your name? Chikundi. Put the mic closer to
Chikundi.
Chikundi, what a beautiful name, darling. And what about you, Tama, in the middle? What is your name?
Konduani.
Kia ora, mauri ora ki a koe. And what about you, Tama?
Landon.
Landon, awesome, e te iwi. Can we give it up for our babies? How amazing. Now, the question that I asked to our whānau in the audience is, what gives you energy? So I want to ask you, Tama, what gives you energy?
The people that teach us.
The people that taught you? That's absolutely amazing. Thank you for acknowledging them. What about you, Tama? What gives you energy?
Excitement.
Excitement, being excited and doing fun things. Kapa. And what about you, darling?
My family.
Your family. Give it up, e te iwi, for our whānau all the way from the kingdom of Wainui.
Ladies and gentlemen, and our next group up, Tu Fatasi Loa Ao Mole Aonga O Naenae Intermediate Poly Group.
ai kukiki be atiki hono pakao silo nea tolo polosi o pesco i university.
Whakaalofa he tino nā ko te anganga e taka tuki te papa mo Naenae Intermediate Poly Group.
Ua matango fiele aso muai amua.
Now e te whānau, as we organise for one of our whānau to join me up here on the backstage, the question for them is who inspires you the most? So, in your little groups, wherever you may be, around all of our venue, ask yourself that very question. Who in your life inspires you? Nō reira, I'm going to be joined up here by two of the loveliest humans from that ropu. Starting on my right and going to my left. What is your name, Etama?
Selota.
Oh, hang on, let me just check if that's on. Is that on? Yeah, that's on. Get as close to your mouth as possible. Perfect.
Selota.
Selota, talofa. Beautiful. And what about you, baby? What's your name?
Jara.
Jara. Give it up for them at te whānau. How amazing were they? Absolutely amazing. Nō reira, my question for you both is, who inspires you the most?
My tutor, Keke, for the effort she puts to taught us this dance.
Beautiful. So giving it up for your tutor, Keke. Absolutely amazing. And I'm cheekily joined by Keke behind the stage, so she's giving him the beautiful list of evils. No reira, baby, who inspires you?
My mum, with her dance moves, she taught me how to dance the Wha Samoa way.
You're beautiful, baby. Can we go, aww? How amazing. No reira, e te tia te tā. Please give it up once more for our babies all the way from Naenae.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next school up from the hill that overlooks Pito One. Please put your hands together for Korokoro Primary and Intermediate Kapa Haka.
Tēnā koutou, no mai ki te mātou kapa haka o mātou kura.
Nā mihi ki a koutou, mo te hare mai ki te mātakitaki I a mātou.
Ki te tūmanako, ka pai koutou, ki te mahi a te kura o Korokoro.
Tauturu mai te paki paki no Korokoro! Anō reira e te whānau, as I'm about to be joined up here by two of our lovelies from this kura. The question that I'm going to ask of them is, what part of their performance were they most proud of? And while I'm about to ask them that, you could be reflecting on something that you are proud of. What are the moments in your life that has felt so fulfilling? Something that has filled your heart and your wairua and has made you feel proud to be you. Nō reira, our babies are going to join me up on stage right about now. Just over here, darlings. Awesome. Starting on my right and going to my left. What is your name, darling?
Phoebe.
Phoebe. Beautiful Phoebe. And what is your name, darling?
Mina.
You just got to put it.
Mina.
Mina. Can we give it up for our babies at te whānau? Absolutely amazing. Now, my question for you is, what part of your performance were you most proud of?
I think we're honestly just proud of the entire thing. Mainly our school song, I think. It just comes together really nicely.
Beautiful. Your school song definitely did represent you well. And what about you, my darling?
Yeah, I agree with Phoebe. I think the school song's definitely a highlight. But I think the Haka is also really cool, like doing it all together and really representing our school.
Absolutely amazing. And that is on Collaboration and Connection. We give it up once more for our babies as they wave to the camera.
It is my pleasure to introduce the next group, all the way from Trentham. Please put your moisturised hands together for Trentham School.
Oh, with the Kiora! Oh, with the Kiora! Awaya, awaya, tukuya, tukuya, tukuya.
Wow. Whakamalo atu ko e whaiva whakaofa-ofa. Tuku hawhasi pēr mo e kautaanga. For Trentham i te whānau, how amazing were they? I said, how amazing were they? No reire te whānau whānui. I'm about to be bringing up two of our whānau from Trentham to come up here and talk to me about a moment that made them smile. So you could be reflecting too about moments that make you smile. So as you sit there in amongst the audience and as our whānau are about to come and join me up on this stage, think about all of those things that bring joy to your heart and your spirit and make you smile. No reira, I'm joined up on stage by these two lovelies as they stand just over here. Beautiful. Now starting on my right and making my way to my left, what is your name, Tama?
Blake.
Blake? Cool. Absolutely wonderful, Blake. And what is your name, Tama? Do you want to give the microphone just to put by his mouth? Perfect. What is your name?
Hello.
Oh, you're a little bit shy. That's Kate Pai. No reira, baby, what is your name, darling?
My name is Zainab.
Oh, I see confidence. I see sass. Absolutely wonderful. Now, my question for you is, what is a moment that happened on stage that made you smile?
Just the fact that going on stage makes me smile.
Oh, so a bit of a performer in you, yes, getting up on that stage. And what about you, darling? What's a moment on stage that made you smile?
Well, for me, honestly, like everything, because like everything here helps me, supports me. So I think, yeah, everything.
Absolutely amazing. Everything. Now, I'm going to try and see if I can get the answer from you. What made you smile being up on this stage, Ehua? I think he used all of his energy up on the stage, but that's okay. No reira, e te ti, e te tā. Please give it up for our babies from Trentham.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next school from Te Marua from Upper Hutt. Please put your hands together for Plateau Primary Kapa Haka.
Takuwa ki te kaya me au na
rangatirama, ho mai te piki paki paki, mo Plateau! Now at the iwi, if you didn't know where Plateau is, it is located in the upper of the huts, in a place called Te Marua. Can you say Te Marua? I don't think I can hear you all the way from back here. Can you say Te Marua? Absolutely amazing. Noreira, I'm just about to be joined up on stage and the question I'm asking of these beautiful babies is, what did they take to prepare for HuttFest 2025? So you also must reflect on, what did you do to prepare yourself to come here to either support your baby, support their school, or just support community? Noreira, I'm joined up on this stage here by these two wonderful young people, starting on my left and going to my right. Baby, what is your name, Ehua?
Nico.
Nico, kia ora. And what is your name, darling?
Aria.
Aria, can we say hey? Woo! And the question I have for you both is, what did it take for your kura to prepare for HuttFest 2025?
Like, we worked on our actions and, yeah.
What about in your mind? Did you get yourself ready? How did you prepare yourself in your mind?
We practiced heaps.
You practiced heaps to learn all of the actions. Era rangatirama, you heard it here first. Give it up for our babies as they wave to the camera, all the way from Te Marua. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next school up from just down the road. Please put your hands together for Te Kura O Pomare.
Oh,
One more time, ladies and gentlemen, for Pomare School. I'm going to go off script a little bit. But Pomare School and the rest of this HuttFest has shown what this world will be like when we respect each other's identity, stand together in our uniqueness, and work together for a better future. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time for Pomare School.
We are the people no kuki irani tapiri maiki ura ura taua. No matter where you go, no matter where you are.
Alrighty, all the way from Te Kura O Pomare, I am joined by the lovely, what is your name, baby?
Aisha.
Aisha, and the lovely
Shimei.
Awesome, absolutely amazing. Now I wanted to ask each of you a question. What was something that you and your school worked really hard on?
We had lots of nohos.
Had lots of noho, and noho are a great time to connect with one another. What about you, baby? What's something that you think you and your group really worked hard on?
We've been practicing after school and during our break time.
Absolutely amazing. So the dedication to meet outside of school and after school. No reira e te whānau whānui. Give it up once more for Te Kura O Pomare.
E te whānau, our next group up with one entry and one exit to the city. Please put your hands together for Wainuiomata Intermediate Poly Group. Leo Fia Mili Batia.
Epele la paesi ono
How amazing was that to get your blood pumping all the way through your body? Ma'alole sa'a, ma'alole fa'afiafianga. And that just was absolutely amazing, all the way from the kingdom that is Wainuiomata. Nō reira, I'm about to be joined on this little stage at the back behind those black screens that you see. Just a reminder to our whānau that if you are out there and there's rubbish near you, please pick it up and, like the winds of Tāwhiri, deposit them to any of the rubbish receptacles you see around the venue. Nō reira. Awesome, babes, if you just want to... Awesome, starting on my left and coming to my right, what is your name, my darling?
My name is Teira.
Beautiful, and what's your name, babes?
Talofa lava, o lo ingwa o Viola Papali'i.
Beautiful, can we say chee-hoo? That was all for you. Now I wanted to ask you both, what was the meaning behind that beautiful performance?
So the meaning behind our performance is the journey between, around the oceans and celebrating different cultures.
Celebrating different cultures and going around the ocean. Absolutely amazing, babes.
The meaning of our performance was also traveling around the Pacifica specifically, traveling to Tonga, Samoa, and even Tokelau.
Because if there's one thing that connects all of us people, both here in Aotearoa and across the Pacific, it is the ocean. Nō reira, as they make their way off stage at te whānau, give them one big, huge chee-hoo!
But without further ado, at te whānau, ho mai te paki mo te ropu he whai ake nei, Naenae Intermediate Haka!
Stefano. Please put your hands together for that, Ropu. How amazing was that? I said, how amazing was that? Amazing. No reira, that was our second to last performance for the show at Stefano. So as our whānau are gearing up to get ready to come and talk to me behind the scenes, I'm just gonna toss my eyes around. We hope that you have been enjoying the show thus far. We love that you've been sharing your energy with all of these whānau. Awesome. How's everybody feeling? If you're feeling good, say woo! If you're feeling excited for the next one, say ah! If you're feeling so good about all of the performances that have happened today, say tihei mauri ora! Mauri ora kia tātou katoa, no reira, our two whānau from our kura that has just performed, they're going to join us up over here. Awesome. Now starting on my left and going to my right. What is your name, young fella?
Regan.
Regan, and what's your name, baby?
Daytona.
Daytona. Ooh, absolutely beautiful. Now the question I have for you both is, who inspires you to perform?
My family inspired me.
Your family inspire you. That's so beautiful, baby. Can we go, aww? And what about you, Etama? Who inspires you to perform?
My school and my peers.
Your school and your mates. Absolutely wonderful. You heard it here first at the We give it up one more time for Naenae Intermediate! Now, at the iwi, the way that this is going to roll is our next performance is about to come up on the stage. But before they do, two of our babies I'm going to interview right now. They're just going to get up on that little stage over there. Maybe a little bit shy, but that's Kate Pai. And the question that I have for both of you is, firstly, what's your name, baby, on my left?
My name's Maya.
Maya. And what's your name, baby, on my right?
Oh, my name's Salarai.
Absolutely beautiful. Noreira, what school do you represent?
St. Claudine, Thevenet.
St. Claudine's, absolutely wonderful. And the question I have for you both is, what does culture mean to you?
Culture means everything to me, and it means everything to me because doing a cultural dance isn't just representing your culture. It represents a lot more than that. It represents your family, yourself, your history, and your ancestry.
What a beautiful answer, baby. Wow. And what about you, my darling? What does culture mean to you?
Culture means for me not only representing your culture but others and expressing it in your love and care for others.
Love and care for others. Thank you so very much, babies. As they wave to the camera and take to the stage, give it up for our babies.
Etefano to close off show 4 for 2025 HuttFest. Please put your hands together all the way from Wainuiomata, St. Claudine School, Kapa, Haka!
Tukuna tewa, tukana maiana. Tukana maiana kitami. Tukana mai ki te tangata. Tukana mai ki te whenua. Whakamataku ia. Te wata kia tuku te iki, kia tuku te wa. Kia whakapuma i nā mai a kata tikuna he. Taka taka ia, taka taka ia, taka taka ia. Hi, 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 hi,
for St. Claudine School, all the way from Wainuiomata. Wow, tutored by one of Aotearoa's legends in Te Ao Māori and Kapa Haka, Ginny Maxwell. Woo! Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of our show. Thank you all so much for being amazing. Hey, where's going? I hope you are going to pick up your tamariki.
God is good.
All the time.
All the time. And you are good too. Thank you so very much at Te Whānau for coming and celebrating our identity on our stage for our futures. What an amazing time it's been, not only to host you in this space, but also the luckiness that we have to be able to observe each and every one of our babies. Nō reira, can we give a big paki paki for all of our babies that have performed today?